Hey guys, welcome to the Hype Attack Podcast,
where we weigh in on the latest in nerd and pop culture hype.
We are there.
We're the excited conversation we all have with our friends
about the nerdy things we love
and geek about.
We are the Hype Attack. I am the hype.
Rudy's in my mind. Stop swallowing.
Right, 90 sitcom version.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hype Attack.
I am so excited.
About what?
The Hype Attack.
Me too.
Today we're gonna talk about 3/4 of the Hype Attack went to Japan.
Did you just pause to do math right now?
Traveling in general
Nerds
as a
and
nerd.
travel.
Traveling in
Yeah,
general.
we're just gonna talk
Nerds and traveling.
Rudy, you know what to do.
Nerds and traveling.
But as
There's
always, it's
travel.
me, Jermaine, and I'm here with Doug, Isaac, and Rudy.
Yo.
Hello, everybody.
So let's get to it.
Yeah, but don't forget to tell people that if you haven't done so already, you can follow us on social media at The Hype Attack on Instagram and TikTok, and now our new webpage, thehypeattack.com.
Yeah. Links.
It's gonna be one of those episodes.
You
Boy.
bought the fucking thing, you idiot. Be excited.
I am.
We're called The Hype Attack, not the
hypeattack.com.
Met Attack.
Links to stuff. Links to stuff.
Links.
Links in the description.
Can we have like a sausage link with our webpage on it?
Links
Thank
in
you very
bio.
much.
I'm gonna throw a green screen fucking sausage at you.
Links in
the
bio,
edit.
no weighing.
Jermaine, what are we talking about today, please?
I just said it.
Did we?
Yes, he did. Well, motherfuckers are busy.
Yeah. So this topic,
3/4.
Oh, that's right. Japan.
this topic spawned from the fact that 3/4 of the Hype Attack went to Japan recently.
For the second time.
For the second time, yeah. Well, two of us for the
Well,
second. Yeah, if
two-
we're gonna do more math. One half of the podcast has been there twice.
1/4 is the
Yeah, one
first
quarter
time.
is the
Myself
first
and
time.
Doug
Yeah,
went to Japan twice, and it was Rudy's first time.
yeah.
And Isaac had to live through our stories on social
Yeah.
media.
It was nice. I'm like, I'm there in
If
spirit.
you're talking nerd travel, if you are a nerd and you want to travel, Japan is pretty much first.
It has to be your mecca.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like a fantasy nerd, then maybe you want to go see some like European castles or something like that, because so much of our fantasy literature is based off Euro.
I mean, you can go see some hills, like up in the hills. Like you don't need to go.
Yeah, but I mean like
To Europe to
castles.
see
Go to New
Japan.
Zealand for the
Yeah,
Shire.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk Japan. That's certainly nerd mecca. That culture is amazing.
Did anybody at least like take a sticker and be like, look, Isaac's here?
No.
At my face?
not
Nothing?
at all.
Nothing at all?
Why would you?
I just had a thought of you. in
My
mind.
underwear? Anything?
A sticker. You
Yeah.
know how big that forehead sticker would be? You have to.
My luggage allowance would not allow it.
Oh, it went 5 pounds over. Okay, then you guys were out there for how long?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Always 2 weeks if you go. 2 weeks.
Yeah, at least.
When they started planning that shit, I'm like, 2 weeks? This seems kind of excessive. And I'm like, we came back. I'm like, fuck, that was not enough time.
How do you guys plan that? Like, you had to have some disagreements about like who's going where. Or what,
Oh no,
what
we
you're
just let my
doing.
brother.
Just Dave.
Dave just-
did.
yeah,
Is that
pretty
really?
Well, he
Yeah.
usually picks like the rooms and stuff, but we usually have like our own, like
We're going to this city, and then we're going to this
sites
city,
and stuff that we
then we're
want
going
to
this
see within the city. So we know which city we're going to go to, like Osaka, Kyoto, and then or
Tokyo.
Osaka, Kyoto, and then Tokyo. So there's certain spots, so we do like our research. And then of course, the algorithm, like once you start looking up things, and about a certain topic, you're just going to get
Yeah.
your feed flooded. So you kind of get like ideas of what's there and what not. But how I plan, like I'm more one of those planners. Like I'd like to have like 1 or 2 things on my agenda, maybe 3, but then open for exploring just in case you get there and you see something, or you see like a flyer for anything or whatever, or you talk to locals, which is my preference. Like,
Yeah.
go to bars and places and just, meet people and see what's around there.
And when you say talk to locals, you mean like a translator app? Or you're hoping they speak English?
No, they do have a few people, but then for me as in local, like it's probably like the foreigners that actually like moved there, that's lived there for like 15, 20 years, and they could kind of tell me what's around this area or not.
Japan is interesting in that way that there are locals that aren't Japanese, that are Americans or Europeans or anything like that. So the language barrier exists, but also doesn't exist depending on where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about our trip, and both trips for me and Jermaine, is we did not spend enough time in Osaka. And partly this trip was a matter of like, because the flight was cheaper, we flew in on a Wednesday, and we also really wanted to get to Kyoto on a weekend because Kyoto has like a cool nightlife vibe. It's kind of mellow compared to Osaka and Tokyo. Like those two are kind of like the party cities, and Kyoto's got like a cool mellow vibe, and we wanted to experience that weekend, which meant we only got a couple days on Osaka. And our last trip, we only got a couple days on Osaka, and it was raining both times. I told myself I want to go back to Japan. Obviously, anybody wants to go, just constantly go back to Japan, but I told myself I don't need to go again. But now that like I want to go again and go to Osaka for a long period of time when it's not raining and like experience Osaka, because Osaka is like a very much kind of a cool party.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, what is it about Osaka that makes it revisitable?
I think the fact that it's a little bit smaller than Tokyo. I mean, a little bit small. It's a lot smaller than Tokyo, and so like the vibe and like the nightlife is more centralized, and it's kind of a crazy cool party city. And just the first time we got there, we ended up in America Street, which is kind of funny because we're tourists from America and we're going to America Street, but we ended up finding like a cool little bar. Second night, I was too tired to go out, and then we left.
If you're a person who doesn't like small rooms or small like places and things like that, it might not be the best place, because there are some kind
how'd
of
you
places
tall guys
that are,
do it?
Everything felt cramped.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you felt literally boxed into certain places, but I don't really mind. But it's more so that the atmosphere, the vibe, and then you're just walking around, and it's every nook and cranny of that place is filled with something, and there's people there in it. Little bars or restaurants, just down like one street or one alley. You would think that there would be some people who own shops and restaurants that would be left out, but everybody's going to all these places that are in this area.
That was one of the coolest things that I actually enjoyed from you guys' story. Like, obviously, there was the big places that you guys visited. There was like the Gundam mech suit thing. There was the Disney World Japan, right?
We went to Disneyland Sea 2 years ago. Yeah.
That was that time. Okay, but I got a fucking kick out of those, like, what would you call them, micro bars or whatever? Which like literally sits five people.
In Japan, they're just bars.
Really? It's a dude's garage. He has a theme. It's his man cave. Like, it was something cool about like an intimate bar setting, because I always love an intimate bar setting. I don't like a big loud place.
Those intimate bar settings, like, they're hit or miss as a tourist. This trip, we went to a couple. The first trip, there's a section of Tokyo, I forget which area it's in, where there's just like hundreds of them, right? And you if you're on Instagram following in Japan stuff, you'll probably see it. And those are cool. They usually cover, like, a lot of times they'll charge a cover charge, especially for tourists. So you're already paying a couple bucks just to get in. And then, like, you're in this bar where if you're in a group of 4 or 5, like, you're filling up the bar at that point because they're that small. And if there is the language barrier, it's awkward as shit. It's like 5 whiskeys, and then, like, which one is, like, I don't know.
How often were you guys utilizing any kind of translator app?
Not to actually communicate with people, not often.
No, not so much. Like, you'll look at a menu and you'll translate stuff. But I had one conversation this past trip where I actually met a young doctor, but he could speak English a little bit. But like when you start talking and the words start, like flowing, like it's a lot. So there was, times where he would just give me like his phone, and we would just go back and forth. Like, it was like a 10-minute like conversation, which was pretty cool. nice
I-
all around.
I would use it for food just to say like that was amazing. Like that was delicious. Just like for the few times that I really wanted to say it. And then I also in Tokyo this trip I decided to climb a mountain. And so I went on a trip and climbed a mountain and I got lost. And so I had to use it a couple times to just be like, where's this? And then other people were also lost because it was a confusing mountain. So
How lost were you?
So I knew this mountain had this whole like Buddhist thing, as in like Tokyo's or Japan's largest carved Buddha, and then like a bunch of other Buddhist temple stuff. And like I climbed and I saw like the sign for like the top of the mountain, so I went to that.
Distance. What's the distance?
It was a mile and a half, but it was pretty much straight up. It was brutal. I was not ready for it, and so I was like up there, and I got to the top. I got to the summit. I did all the pictures there, and then I'm like, okay, the other stuff, because I knew all this other stuff was there. I'm like, it must be this way. So I started walking that way, and just was like going and going. It's like, oh, there's no one else around. I finally pulled up Google Maps, and I was like, oh, I'm just walking into the woods at this point. I'm literally just walking into the woods of Japan, top of the mountains.
They weren't like those woods, were they?
No.
How many miles were you lost? Like you
I
went
probably
a mile
went
in
like
one
maybe a
direction?
half a mile, maybe more. And then I finally like got back. So I got back to like the summit and I was just like, where's this other stuff? And so like I like kind of started asking people and they were like, oh, they said this. I'm like, I went that way. I didn't see it. So I didn't really trust anybody. So I was just like kind of wandering around for a while. Then I finally was like, all right, let's just fucking go. Cause I really didn't want to go back down because it was like stairs and like steps. And like I was so tired at this point because it was such a brutal, straight up hike this mountain. So I finally went down and I finally saw the sign that said like, go this other way. I was like, oh, fuck me. Like, all right, it's here.
But it's not like kind of lost that like it's the beginning of a horror film or nothing like that.
No. Like at one point when I realized I was like really by myself and like, you know, I hike a lot here. And so like hiking in another country, the sounds are different. Like the birds sound different. Everything sounds different. There's a lot more birds of prey in Japan than there are here. Like you'll look up and there's like 6 or 7 hawks. Like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, yeah, at one point it was like, oh, okay, this is different.
Freakier, different.
A little bit. But then I got back and like I ended up getting interviewed by a news crew and everything like that. It was so fun. Yeah. I was the one white guy on the mountain. They're just like, interview this guy.
Gaijin, what would you see at the top of
Pretty
the
much.
hill?
Yeah, it was fun.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I don't think they realized I hiked from the bottom because there is the option to get to the Buddhist stuff from a cable car.
I was about to say it's a fucking tram.
Yeah, there is. And
Escalator.
it takes like 2 seconds. Yeah, no, there is the easy option. So I don't know.
Gaijin.
I wish I would have explained that to the news crew. It's like, no, I hiked. I'm very tired. But it was fun. The news crew was super
sweaty.
cool. I did the interview with them. I did the thing with them, and then I moved on, and then I started checking out all the Buddhist stuff, which was really cool. And the main big statue was amazing, and it's very like just humbling, and I love it. But the news crew kept finding me, and we're just like, "Oh, can we record you more?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Or at one point, they started recording me, and I didn't know they were recording me, and I'm literally like picking food out of my teeth, like. I'm like, oh shit. And then like at one point, like I found like a snack stand. So I ordered like an apple sorbet and I was like eating it. And they're like, oh, can we record you? I'm like, yeah, sure. So I took a couple bites and like smiled. They're like, no, all of it. I was like, oh, okay. So I just sat there, camera in my face,
Total victory.
eating this apple sorbet. And she's like, why did you pick apple? I was like, I fucking love apple. Like, I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta ask though, because like you kind of suffer from RBF, resting bitch face. Where you just look completely, if you're not smiling, you look completely miserable. So I like you're hiking miles. Do you
Pro
look
tip,
just
I am.
But like, are you trying to ham it up, or are you just fucking done like miserable
Oh,
into
no,
the camera?
I was hamming it up. I was excited. You know, I was doing my part, but it was interesting. Very, very much not nerdy. I'm so sorry. But.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dead. Is there anything you guys, at least as far as you two are concerned, you felt the need to revisit and also show the newcomer Rudy?
Kyoto nightlife for sure. Osaka, Downbury area, but Tokyo was hard to like want to go explore more stuff and then also go back and revisit some things. I really wish the giant moving Gundam that we saw the first year was still there.
Man, that thing was super cool.
Yeah, they moved it to Osaka for the World Fair, which we were just shy of missing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, did you go check out the Godzilla statues and stuff? That there's a few Godzilla statues there in Tokyo.
There was the little one. Fuck.
The little one that's right down from the.
Like I took a picture with it. Flash here.
Was it over there by the palace, by the Imperial Palace or whatever?
Yeah, I think we did that and then veered off to that. Like it was within walking distance.
Did they still have the? Because when we went the first year, there was the little one that was like on top of a parking structure or something, and then there was the other one. Okay,
but they didn't have the other one.
Yeah.
The head of the Godzilla wasn't there anymore.
Yeah, but we did stay in Shinjuku where there's the Godzilla Hotel, and there's literally like a Godzilla-sized.
And speaking of the
Life-size
Godzilla
head or
Hotel,
whatever.
Rudy,
Is it
Oh,
the
yeah,
ziplining thing?
No, that was
The
our
Shin Godzilla,
our
right?
first trip. 2 years ago,
Was
down
that?
like on an island past Osaka, was the Shin Godzilla ziplining thing.
It's fucking frightening as hell.
Yeah, I'm an asshole to myself.
Go on.
And
Did you?
decided was just like, I'm going to weigh myself because there's a weight limit because it's a zip line. I've never ziplined before. I was a little concerned about it. I had gained too much weight on the trip and I weighed myself and they're like, oh yeah, you can't go. I was like, fuck.
Were they nice like that about it, or were they just like, no?
The ladies up front were no, but then like eventually, like while I was waiting, because Jermaine and Dave still did it, and I found a guy that was working that spoke total great English, and I told him what was up, and he's like, oh, you could have fucking gone. I was like, oh really? And he's like, yeah, go tell him you can go. So like I kind of went strolled back up and tried to explain it, and they're like, what? No, I was like, all right, never mind, I don't fucking care. Anyway.
I did stay at that Godzilla hotel for one night just because I saw the Godzilla head on the hotel, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a fucking time. And I did stay there for one night, and I was angry. I was gonna say I was super pissed. I wasn't super pissed, but I was a little angry because that hotel is starts at the 8th floor and then goes up. Like the bottom floors is like a movie theater, restaurants, and all that shit. They have a fucking lounge where you can go out, right underneath that Godzilla head and drink or sit or whatever. And that shit was closed.
Really running the
Yeah.
gamut on the spectrum.
So, you walk into the lobby, you walk around that corner, and there's you can see it, and there's the glass doors going outside, and I fucking ran up to the glass door, thump. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look around, I'm like, oh, there's a sign. This is the lounge is closed for the season, and I'm like, motherfucker,
Yeah, that sucks.
give me my money back.
So I want to ask you too, because you're like the most excitable one, especially when it comes to things like that. Like, what was your overall feeling of emotions when you got off the plane and you set sight on Japan?
it was weird. Every time I go somewhere, especially when I go on a plane, the handful of times I've been on a plane, I expect to get off and the atmosphere to be completely different, animated, like pink things flying and I'm always every time I get off and I look around, I'm like, this kind of looks exactly the same as it does in California. I'm like, what the fuck? This is
Am I in
not
Monterey Park? Where am I?
This is not foreign. This is not a new experience. But and then we landed at night too. So when we got out there, and I was like, oh, this is kind of okay. All right. I'm in another country. And then we walked out of the train station into Osaka, and just walking through the the plaza area, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in Japan. It felt like
That's awesome.
When we hit all that, it felt like I was there. I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. I finally made it. I can't believe it.
Japan is interesting because quick glance, it's very intimidating. Everything's in Japanese, but then you settle down, you start looking, lots of things are in English. It's not as intimidating. Once you get over the broad look is very intimidating and very foreign, but then it's comforting. It's
Now you guys did like the big city nightlife towns and things like that, but you also I saw went to like some villages. Was there like more countryside that you saw too?
Dave and I, my brother, did in Kyoto. Dave and I did a hike that was a little bit more off the beaten path. That went to some villages. That was really cool. Out of all the days, like somehow we managed to pick the hike, and like part of the hike, there was a secondary hike that was kind of an offshoot that went to these falls that we decided to do, and we got there right when there was like a Buddhist monk doing his thing. And I was just like, out of all the days, because it was raining, like I don't know how it picked, and like it sucked because it would have been amazing to really sit there and take in these falls because it was beautiful. But there was a dude there doing his thing, and I was just like, all right, cool, he's doing his thing. Like we should leave. Dave, of course, was like, no, we hiked out here too. It's like, no, it's different, Dave. But that was kind of cool seeing like that because it was like a 35 minute bus ride, and it was miserable. The bus rides there. Whew. I mean, the trains get packed on like, but like that bus ride was packed also because we went like during school time, and I was looking at the bus schedule and it's like, okay, at some point we stop at the university, and then the bus is going to be great, and it was after that point. But up until then, it was just like
You guys had that train thing where you're getting crammed in.
yeah, we did that. We did that a couple times because we in Tokyo we were staying in Shinjuku, which is like the big popular area. So any train ride out of Shinjuku during the middle of the day was just like, yep, cram on in.
How long are those train rides though?
It depends on where you're going.
Like out and out, you're doing an hour train ride crammed?
Within Tokyo, you're probably not crammed for an hour, but close. Like Tokyo's a huge city.
Oh,
The longest train ride I did in Tokyo when I did the hike to the mountain, it was a 2-hour train ride, multiple trains. I think I changed trains maybe 3 times, and then it was a hour-long ferry ride, and then the hike, and then another ferry ride, and then like the 2-hour train back. It was an adventure, and it was fun because I generally just kind of challenge myself to like figure out public transport because we're in Southern California. That's not a thing.
What was on your list as a first time visitor of something you had to go see or had to go experience?
There
Or were you
wasn't
just
like
letting Japan talk
yeah,
to you?
there wasn't anything like in particular that I was like, oh, I have to go fucking do like except for finding a Gundam to go stand under and take a picture.
Unicron.
But yeah, mostly it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna set my feet and start fucking walking and see what I can see. Like I had like landmarks picked out that I put in my Google Maps. Or I'm like, okay, I would like to see this at some point. I'd like to see this at some point. I ended up getting on like 3 fucking towers, which like I have a problem with heights, so I don't know how the fuck that ended up being like a theme. But like Osaka, Tokyo, was there one in Kyoto that we went up? No, there wasn't one.
No,
It was,
we
it
I
was,
doubted it for Kyoto.
No, we just went in.
it was 2 in
Osaka.
Tokyo and then one in Osaka. Yeah, and like I took great pictures on all 3 of them.
The views, it's insane.
Yeah,
It's city forever.
like I've never seen that much city in one. I've never been to New York, so I don't know what that looks like.
Overwhelming.
But to the fucking horizon and gone buildings.
Speaking of being in other places and doing things that you may not do in the States, how's the red light district?
Fucking awesome.
Osaka's red light district was
She doesn't
amazing.
listen.
Yeah, she's not gonna watch it.
Yeah, Osaka's red light district was really cool. I like the way they set it up. As someone that's been to like the red light district in Amsterdam, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, questions for another episode.
Yeah. That's a Patreon. Pay me
Patreon
for those
On the
stories.
hypertech.com.
Or if anytime you get drunk with me, I'll probably tell you the banana story. Hence, the red light district in Osaka was cool. It was like a couple streets, it was like a block. So maybe like, I don't know, there was like a couple main runners and a couple side streets of like buildings. But then the bottom floor was like the girl and her granny, which is like protection.
Her mama-san.
Yeah. And they just sat there and they waved at you and smiled at you. And the occasional, like, she speaks English. It's like, ooh, that's a plus. I mean, how else can I explain? Like, I need you to spit in my face and call me a pathetic loser.
Is I had,
Sorry,
I had
We're
never
giving away too much.
I had never experienced anything like that, and it was absolutely interesting. I was like, "Huh, this is," and it, prostitution is legal, but I'm like, there's this whole like district.
It's not.
That-
You're paying for a date.
Ah.
You're going for dinner.
Okay,
over there.
prostitution is illegal, but what
Yeah,
they're
they're-
doing is not technically prostitution.
They are very good at loopholes. Just like gambling's illegal, but there's whole pachinko things.
Oh, that's right.
where you
Right.
you at the end of the day you win a pin,
Mm-hmm.
but then you take that pin down the street and turn that pin in, sell that pin for the money that you won.
You were telling me on the first visit that you would go into some certain bars and that like girls would swarm you. You would like.
That's the girl bars. Yeah,
Okay.
it's different. Yeah,
See, I didn't try those, and in Shinjuku there was like whole like rows of girls lined up that were specifically for those. Like, you pick one or whatever, you go back to the bar and you pay to have the drink, and then you buy them drinks, and it's supposed to be like a conversation.
Yeah.
which is not really geared towards foreigners who don't speak the language.
yeah. So our first trip, Jermaine and I accidentally ended up at a girl bar. I
Shut
say
up, you.
accidentally. Like I know, like we literally so everything's vertical there, right? Everything's
There was
multi-story.
like a pagoda of bars. We were gonna conquer each level.
Yeah, there was one. It was like 7
Nice.
stories high. We're gonna start at the top. We're gonna go all the way down.
Like a pub climb.
Yeah, pretty much. So we started at the top and we walked in, and it was a Rastafari like Jamaican bar. I wasn't expecting it, and it was like, okay, we're gonna have our drink, and then we were like took the elevator down to the next one. It was closed. We continued down the elevator, and then it was a girl bar. And it was
that?
like a Filipino girl bar, so they also didn't speak Japanese. Everyone was learning English. It was cool. I'm friends with one of them on Instagram still.
Nice. Are you paying her any money?
No. But the girl bars are interesting. They're very big there because obviously Japan, if you're not aware, has like a big loneliness problem, especially for young men. So it helps. But yeah, as for a tourist, it doesn't make sense. Like that just sounds awkward. But usually it's like all you can drink. Like you're paying for an hour and you drink as much as you want.
It's all you can drink, but
You're buying them drinks.
you're buying
yeah.
the girls drinks. Like, it's not all they can drink.
And that's what sucks. Like the red light district, the girl bar thing, the strip club thing. If it wasn't like scammy, if it was just straight up, I probably would have partaken every night. I love that shit, but I don't want the mystery behind it. Like, let me pay to get in. Throw some yen on the
I'm
floor.
sure there's got to be like regular code or something like that. Are things expensive out there?
No,
No, it's not
no,
expensive.
and that's part of
How much drinks?
500 yen, like a couple bucks. Like, yeah, there was one night that I decided to get drunk until like 3 a.m, and I was maybe dropping like $3 a beer. It was awesome. The drinking culture out there is amazing. Like, I would walk through areas and it would just be like a table of old grannies, and like one of them would be walking back with like 4 giant beers, and they would all cheers each other
Hell
and
yeah.
drink.
That's awesome.
Though the one time, like there was a 24/7 bar near our hostel in Tokyo that I hit up one night on the way back. I'm like, I'm gonna get like one beer. Got a beer, drank it, went back, and like the guy's like, "You want another one?" I'm like, yeah, sure, one more. Drank it, went back. He's like, "One more?" I'm like, yeah, fuck it, one more. I went to go take a piss, and he's like, "One more?" I was like, yeah, I'm not even finished, but yeah, one more, yeah.
That's called enabling. ladies and
Oh yeah, no, the culture of one more beer is
we
absolutely a
the,
thing.
the rare
there.
times that you and I go out for drinks, it's like we enable one another. I'm like, well, if he's having one, I'm gonna have one.
Yeah, if we don't got to drive, I'll drink until I can't move.
When we
anymore.
go out, you're fucking doing it right now. Like, oh, round of beers, and we just walk to the
The
fridge.
heat
Yeah.
got me. I started drinking water right now. I had 3 beers and I got a headache.
I got some Advil.
No, man.
I don't think you have enough Advil for that.
It's like a
I might. Speaking of drink, I might have to call it piss drink real quick. Piss
drink.
drink.
Piss drink.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
How much is that out there?
I don't even know. I didn't get to that.
So when I do the pea breaks, I put the freeze frame and then I put the ducks eating the peas. So what?
What do you
so
want this
when we
freeze frame
so
to be?
when we break, go into a fucking pose for like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
that'll be the frame behind it.
I don't know what to do now.
Okay.
I love the pressure.
Okay, piss break. No. Let's get back to the nerd shit. Japan is amazing in the fact that just like anime is such a huge part of their culture. It's fucking everywhere. Sides of buildings, giant anime posters, giant like billboard, digital billboards. You'll be on the train looking around because it's packed, and just like everyone's reading a manga or something like
That's
that.
cool.
Stores everywhere.
Motherfuckers dressed like anime characters. Just like, I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, whose idea was it to get the kimonos?
Oh, that's those.
That
two.
was mine.
Yeah. Adorable.
I did it, and I offered these motherfuckers. I'm like, hey, I'll spring for it. You guys want
I
it?
should've
I
rented
should have
them.
jumped on it.
And fucking Jermaine was like, I'll do it. I'm like, fuck yeah. Let's go.
So it was it's because everybody had like yes we went together, but everybody at times have different agendas. It was on the day they went on their little hike, and
Yeah, that would have been a miserable hiking.
Absolutely.
Like I was low key a little miserable walking around with that shit on, but the drip that it enabled me to have was more than made up for it.
oh no, it was worth it. And
The aura, I should say. There you go.
and we were walking around like
No
everywhere, and I will say, Rudy was getting a handful of compliments out there in the streets.
There were some mama signs that would be like, "Oh, nice kimono."
Especially when he took his picture where he was where we went up to the oh man, I forget where we were.
That-
Where you had your umbrella, you had your little
The
leg
shrine
out
at
to
the top
side.
of that.
Yeah,
at
we
the
went
top
to the
there.
shrine.
What
Like
does,
the picture here, but I'm holding an umbrella and I have my leg kicked out like that, and like there was like just a group that walked around, they're like, "Oh, that's so cute." I'm like,
together?
thank you.
It was a good day though. It was a good day. Walking around, dream come true.
What does one wear under a kimono? Was it like a kilt?
Bro, they gave him like a fucking like little short white like linen thing to wear.
Picture here. No.
And when the lady, because they dress you in these kimonos, like you can't put them on by yourself because they're tied around you and shit.
Yeah.
The whole formal like
Hot.
Yeah.
dress
So
you and everything.
Nice.
So like I walked in there, she's like, "All right, take your clothes off." I'm like, "Cool." So I'm standing there in a t-shirt and my underwear, and she starts dressing me, and I'm like, "Cool." And I walk out, I'm like, "Yo, I'm like in my drawers under this," and like the slit goes like up so you can walk, and I'm like, I feel like a little uncomfortable. I look at Jermaine, he's like, "Oh, they gave me this fucking thing," and I'm like, "This motherfucker right here." Like I had to go back to the fucking room so I can get a pair of shorts to put on under that because I felt a little exposed.
Swinging in the breeze. I got no follow-up questions. Just tell me about Japan, your experience entirely.
My experience
How would
entirely.
you?
I did not fucking come here with an
So-
essay prepared.
Oh, Japan, oh, Japan.
How would you describe it for your first time? Like literally just walking the streets and just seeing everything. Like, how would you describe it? Like your first time there.
Like that shit was more. It was more than I expected. I expected it to be new and like something completely outside of my experience, but at the same time, it was also kind of familiar. Almost like I've been training for this shit my entire life. Like I don't know how more specific to get than that. Like it was like one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Like second only to meeting my wife. Fuck you. Good. I mean that.
Good save.
It
Clip it.
But like
it's one of those things where like if I never go back, I'll always cherish the experience. But like fuck, I want to go back.
but the like experience of just walking around and doing like the subway, like how would you describe that
Oh,
to somebody like new that hasn't been there before?
don't go. that shit like Doug said it earlier. It seems intimidating. It is. Like even with the all the instructions and the English and all that stuff. Like getting around, being in that shit. Like if you, I don't speak or understand Japanese almost at all. Like a word here and there, just from all the anime I fucking watch. It was just nothing compared to, an actual living, breathing language. But like, it's intimidating. Like you walk in and like, oh shit, do I go in here? Do I not go over here? What is this? Can I go in here and buy something? Am I not supposed to be in this section? Like that shit. Like, I'm not extremely well traveled, so I have that anxiety. But after a week there, like, it gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Japan, because there are, and if you do any sort of research before you go, there are bars that are like very much no tourists, Japanese only. And I mean, I feel like this trip especially, we were very much in the touristy area, so I wasn't too worried about it. I think like one bar I went to in Tokyo towards the end of the trip, I think it was literally the last night, I walked in, I was like, this bar is fucking cool. And I had a drink and I moved on. And I was like, was I even supposed to be in there? Like, it felt very local. But they were very happy to have me there. Like, the guy working, like, spoke very little English, but got enough to just be like, tourist? I was like, yes. And then I told him, it's like, it's my last day. And the guy next to me, who was, like, half gone, was just like, no, last day. But it is interesting. Japan in many ways is intimidating, because I've been to Europe. My brother and I backpacked Europe, I don't know, 10 years ago or whatever, 11 years ago at this point. And probably even longer. Europe's interesting because at least the language, the written language is very similar to ours. So it's like, oh, we need to make a right at that street that starts with the D, DRE or whatever. Like, you can do it. In Japan, it's like, oh, I need to make a right at that street that looks like symbols I don't know.
Oh, that's so tough.
But this trip, we all had internet and you can kind of Google Maps it. I was doing my best and just not stare at my phone, because I would look around and see a lot of tourists just staring at their phones, even while on the train. They're staring at their phones to see when they can get off, and it was just like everything's numbered. Like you can if you can just slow down for a second and pay attention to the number, pay attention to things are like. You can enjoy Japan, and that was my goal. This trip was to certainly just enjoy it, just be there, and I got to the point where like I was taking the trains with no real qualms as far as like where I was going to be or where I was going. Like,
God, that's cool, man.
I was confident. The second week, the beginning of the second week, I was on the trains, and then the last day when I was by myself and I'm trying to get around to hit all of my spots where I was going to pick up souvenirs. That last fucking day, I got on like 3 wrong trains. Like I was supposed to go on a train that continued this way, but it went this way instead. So I had to fucking get off and come back and catch the other train that goes back that way.
And what's that panic like?
And I was like, oh, fuck. It's not panic. It's just like
inconvenience.
It's eating up time. Like I have to get to here, and here, and then get my bags and getting the bags and hitting that public transport was
I only ask
fucking nightmare.
To answer your question real quick,
yeah.
The trains are coming every like 5 minutes or so, like that. It's maybe a 10-minute ride, depending on what part of the city you're in, depending on which train like line you're on. But like our friend Dan, who was there, he accidentally left his bag on the train. Like Japan is amazing in this way. He left his bag on the train, got off, realized like, oh shit, I left my bag. Went up to someone, asked them. It's like, oh yeah, someone's already turned it in. You have to go to this station.
Oh, cool.
Like Japan is. Like there's memes, or I just saw a story where someone left a stuffed Donald Duck on a bench outside of a museum, and it sat there for like 32 years or something like that. Not 32, like 10 years. Like people just don't like. You can drop your wallet and it will just fucking be there for like 3 weeks. Like just
look that up now.
Like they just don't.
I felt like a week or so.
Yeah, no.
Forever. Okay, let's get into 7-Eleven, Lawson, and Family Mart. Those are definitely. I mean, if you're a tourist, like it's a must stop. Like it's not like you have to go in there, but you see so many videos and just people going. Got to grab that egg sandwich. Like it's not like blasphemy what I'm saying. Like it's not the greatest egg sandwich ever, but it's just the experience. You know what I'm saying?
Certainly better than any of
It
our
is
eating
better
here.
than the ones here, though.
Yeah, and breakfast, like for me especially, like I love a good breakfast. It's such an American thing. I don't know how much of the rest of the world does breakfast like we do. Like we load up our breakfast, and it's a big deal to us as Americans. And so 7-Eleven, that whole trip, any of those convenies, the convenience stores were just such a killer part of the morning. Like get up, go get a coffee, go get an egg sandwich, something, and just sit there and eat it.
You need to get us some sponsors right quick. You need to drop your name of your drinks.
The fucking I need Asahi to sponsor this. Typically associated in the U.S. with beer, Asahi beers.
Yeah.
But they did have a fucking grape soda that I would kill all of you for one right now.
They're extreme, but I'll respect it.
And then the water.
And then some water. And I don't know what the fuck a Pocari is,
They got you to drink water?
but it apparently it's heavily sugared. But it's called Pocari Sweat.
It writes itself.
And I was drinking the sweat of a Pocari, and I loved it.
Did you watch the Instagram I sent about the story of it?
No, I have not.
Japanese dude was in like Mexico or something during I don't know what the fuck. I'm really truncated. Afterwards, he saw doctors literally just taking swigs of IV drip. and was just like, what the fuck's in this IV drip? Like, why are you swigging it? Whatever it was, took it back to Japan, was like, I'm going to make Pocari Sweat based off IV drips. But he fucked up and made it blue, right? The packaging is all blue. And apparently that was just a big fucking no-no in Japan. Blue is like, that's what you put in your car. That's oil. Like blue is oil. And it didn't work, but eventually something fucking happened and it worked. And Pocari Sweat ever since has been just amazing. It is so good. When I climbed that mountain, I had like three bottles of Pocari Sweat in my bag. Like it's citrusy, it's salty, but yeah, apparently it's apparently full of sugar. But.
Do you mean like they don't like anything that's like food colored over there?
No, the liquid itself wasn't blue. The packaging was all blue.
Huh.
And apparently blue packaging was
There's levels to this shit.
yeah.
Oh, what did I uncover? Dear God.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about this place?
Perfect beer. Me as a beer connoisseur, Perfect Beer was fucking awesome.
What word did we learn there? Do you guys remember?
Oishi.
Delicious.
Oishi. Oishi.
I took that word like to other places too.
I tried to use it a couple times and sometimes I got dirty looks. the accent, I don't know. I forgot where you're supposed to put it. At the end of the word, is it Oishi or Oishi?
But when we found this place, it's just, perfect beer. But it was the guys in there that really made that place like really fun.
Yeah,
like
they
were
made an
energetic
experience.
and they were, serving us our drinks and everything. And
Pictures here.
their counter had like a little light on it that,
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
that they set your drink on. And it's just your drink.
He's
It's
like, it gets a tourist every time.
So I was following one of the locations. They have multiple locations, and I just wanted to go there. But they do something. So as someone that went to 100 different breweries last year and have been to multiple beer places, Perfect Beer in Japan did something I'd never seen before, where they had like ultra control of their beer system to the point where they could pour a beer with no foam or pour a beer with full foam.
I thought you want foam in your beer.
It all
you're pouring
depends. Normally, you want a little bit of a head, but what they really did, their signature drink was a light beer, but then the head / foam of a dark beer. Never seen it before. Never seen anyone like contemplate the idea. It was amazing. It was super cool. It was really good. By the end of it, you're just getting a good mix. Which mixes have been done before. People have always made black and tans, which is usually like a Guinness and a lager or something like that. And at the end of the day, that was the flavor profile of this. But the way it was done was just super cool. Of just like a light, good blonde beer. I don't think it was technically a blonde lager. It was probably just like a golden lager. But then with the head or the foam of a dark lager that's slowly mixed in. But you could also get a beer with no foam. I think you ordered one of those, right? Yeah. It was just beer all the way to the top, and they scraped it off and they filled it up, and it was like very weird to see. And then I also ordered a beer that was all foam, which is a new trend that I fucking hate. I honestly fuck off. I say that bottom
Tell us
of
how
my
you really
heart.
feel.
Right off.
Tell them why you mad. Son.
Yeah,
Tell
no,
them why you mad. Son.
because this goes even beyond Japan. It's fuck, I forgot the term for it. I think it's coming out of Europe, and it's just this idea of like enjoy the foam. It's like fuck off. No, really, there's nothing to enjoy. A good.
Chewing on foam.
It's not even chewing. It's
You know
like
what I mean?
like you're paying full price for like a quarter of the beer because
Yeah.
the foam eventually settles down and you're getting fucking nothing. Like foam is a part of the beer. It should never be the full part. So fuck off.
Facts.
The foam trend.
Yeah. But Perfect Beer was fun, and the food was really good. There was like the fried chicken in Japan, like
Oh man, that fried chicken with the
karage
little
style
grits that they had in there, or not grits, but the
cartilage.
the cartilage.
That was the first time
Which was scary.
I've ever had it. Like I was
Oh, yeah.
like, what the fuck is this? I'm
I
like,
would
oh,
run
this
away
is-
from that. I know what cartilage is. I don't want to eat it.
I was like, oh, this
guys
is
is
interesting.
tripping.
And then I just kept eating it. I'm like, I can fuck with this. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in Japan. I'm eating fucking battered chicken cartilage. Let's go.
I'm so disappointed you didn't get your octopus balls.
Oh, you didn't try any of the takoyaki?
I chickened the fuck out of that one. Because we're supposed to have it.
How
In,
many
you're
times
supposed to
I was
have
trying
it.
to get 'em?
You're supposed to have
Osaka's
it in
the place,
Osaka
yeah.
because that's where it's the best.
We fucked up in Osaka by having that heavy ass fucking ramen meal.
Yes,
And that's the thing with traveling.
I was pooing water
Yeah.
Dear God.
for a while after that one.
That's the thing with traveling is like food, at least for me, is a big part of traveling. But then it's a matter of like, you can only have so many meals in a day.
You guys were eating a lot.
Yeah.
Because food is everywhere.
Yeah.
The minute you step out of your whatever, your hotel room, your hostel, damn, we didn't get to stay in one of those capsules, but
We almost did, yeah.
there's vending machines everywhere, but there's legit like food vendors, people selling in the streets. Like
Especially if you go to the touristy areas, just vendors
you
everywhere.
can't go hungry or a couple of steps without
Yeah.
like when we went the first time, we really didn't like sit down or go to like a fancy restaurant because we were just out and about from 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning to 9, 10 o'clock at night, just out all day. So you're just drinking, snacking, and eating because you're in a new place. So you go to some new spot and you're like, oh, that looks good. Take 10 steps and you see like some skewers or some type of unique food that you just gotta try.
Quick question.
Go for it.
You guys travel a lot?
I like to.
Not like overseas and stuff.
Yeah, I like
Rarely.
to go places though, like around.
What places have you gone to?
Motherfucker. Put this another way. So we like to go places and do things, right? Do you like factor in nerd stuff to do while you're going to these places?
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
Can you elaborate?
Yes. So last year, as everyone knows, I was on my 100 brewery quest.
Yep.
Which part of that was like every weekend I was like, I'm going to go to a brewery. Once I was there, after a few beers in, I would like start looking around. My go-tos are just comic book stores and board game shops. Like you go to any city, any local area. So I did this in Japan. I did this when I was in Europe. Anywhere. It's like go to the local shop. We'll see what they're selling. A lot of times it's the same stuff, but sometimes it's a little bit different. And I just love it. And it's also just that reminder, especially at a board game shop where people are playing games or card games. There was a trip to so I have some friends that live near Vegas, and their house was getting remodeled, so they were renting the place next door. That's a whole other story. And that place had a shitty fucking table. It was horrible. And we were trying to play card games, and it was horrible. So I'm like, all right, let me go find a game mat for them. So I spent like a good couple hours in Las Vegas hitting up every game shop I could find to look for like a good like 4 foot by 4 foot game mat. No one had it. It sucked. But I hit up like 7 different game shops around Vegas, and it was so cool because it was like a Saturday morning, and just seeing like people there playing Yu-Gi-Oh, playing Magic the Gathering, playing Warhammer, like playing these different games. It's so fun to see like that world in different states, in different areas, like, and different themes happen. Usually I'll strike up a conversation. A few years back I was in Utah, same thing. Was at a game shop, people were playing games. I was just like, like what's the common army like for Warhammer or something like that. And like everywhere you're at has like just different themes, different motifs for the games that they're playing, and it's just so fucking cool to see. Like, it just, you get that sample of nerd life, state to state, country to country, county to county, city to city.
You guys?
Isaac, being a fan of like horror movies and like the occult and spooky shit,
Yeah.
do you ever plan trips to, like, to go like see like landmarks from movies or
So
haunted places or places that have history with that type of thing? Being a horror
question
nerd.
done. Yeah, yes and no. I don't travel a lot. I can't really afford to travel a lot. And the rare times that I do, like this past December, the wife and I took a road trip to San Jose. And one of the things was like, she likes hockey, so we want to go see hockey. And another one was to go see the Winchester House. Mm-hmm. Super cool. I mean, like, that was like the first time I actually did that, like doing the ghost. No, I take it back. San Diego Comic-Con, or during that weekend when you guys last went, we also went to San Diego. We ended up meeting up, but
Right.
like, we didn't get tickets to Comic-Con, to the free outdoor Comic-Con stuff, but we spent time in like doing a ghost tour. So that, I think that technically was like, Alva's done a ghost tour before. That was my first time doing that with her. And then we did the Winchester House in
And
San Jose.
What is the Winchester House for those who don't know?
Oh, Jesus.
We're talking pew pew Winchesters.
Yeah. The wife of John Winchester, I think, Mary Winchester, ended up building this house. And after her husband died, she believed that the souls of the victims of the Winchester repeater, which was like the popular firearm of that war, that the ghost haunted her. And so she, as the legend goes, she built this house with doors that go to nowhere and stairs that go to nowhere in order to confuse the ghost as it goes. But when you actually go there, there's like 4 doors that go to nowhere, and you know what I mean? So it's not,
Yeah.
but it's still a very fascinating house. Yeah, if you go there, there's 2 tours. One is like to actually tour a certain part of the mansion, and the other is the rest. It's so fascinating. But no, I would probably do that on any future vacations.
I like to look for, nerd landmarks and go see them. We have a trip upcoming to Chicago in August. And like, I've already seen, like, they have like tours that will take you out to the filming locations for The Dark Knight. Because
That's
did
right.
a lot of
Gotham with
City.
Chicago. Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, I might have to do that. Like,
I think
stuff like that, like I'm really interested in.
It's really fascinating. I never really thought about it until just recently, a few years ago. But like, even in LA, I wish I could remember the name of the building, but like the first. Oh my God!
American Horror Story.
No, what's the cyberpunk? Harrison Ford.
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Yes, thank you. The famous movie, the building that Blade Runner was shot. Oh my God, I am so drunk. I am so sorry to my audience. No, there's a building that is famous. They use it for Blade Runner. They've used it for a few others, but that was one of like my first kind of moments of just like, oh yeah, like this building, like it's super cool, like to be part of that. Or even for us again in SoCal, Vasquez Rocks, where they film every sci-fi movie possible. Star Trek, TOS episodes, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, I think, was at Vasquez Rocks. Like, and that's not that far out of LA and not that far from us in Orange County, that it's super cool to be there. Even when in my early years of YouTube and making skits, I filmed a YouTube video Yes.
Yep,
The
Bradbury
Bradbury building. Yeah. Bradbury building. It's, I mean, one, just from an architect, if you're any sort of architect nerd or American history nerd, it's amazing. But then just the fact that they use it for filming locations, it's cool. And like even here, us in Anaheim, we're very close to the Anaheim Convention Center, which they've used recently for Star Trek Picard as like the Starfleet Academy. It's fucking cool as shit. Like I love, like I hope people that travel to Anaheim for Disneyland or a convention recognize that is the Starfleet Academy as far as canon goes right now, and I hope they go to it. Like it's such a cool thing.
Jermaine, do you like to build in shit like that to your trips if you can? Or do you go to places specifically because they're
No,
nerd things have happened?
I go to places that I, have interest in, but then I look up to see, like what is there or what was filmed there. Like when I went to Iceland, there were certain areas when we went to the ice caves. On our way to the ice caves, like our tour guide was telling us that the big kind of like snowy ice field that we were driving by, which I kind of looked it up before we went there. There were certain areas that was used in Game of Thrones, like landscape shots and things that they used for Beyond the Wall. So that was kind of interesting. And then, of course, when you go to Japan, I just had to go. Number one stop for me was I had to go see the Gundam. Had to. So that was like my number one reason for going, because it was getting ready to shut down that particular year. And then when I went to Seattle, I just look up things. They have like a cool little underground like history kind of like ghost tour. So you're going through the city, but you're going to like the underground areas. So you're going through there, which was pretty nice. And then when I went to New Orleans, of course you're in New Orleans, so you got to go to like the graveyard tours. You got to go do like, the little spooky tours or the vampire tours, like as a part of like the culture. So it's, for me, it's one of those little nerdy things that I feel like I have to do to immerse myself in the culture or the nerd life.
Do you or do you not have voodoo dolls of all three of us? You're under oath.
Pinch my nipples next time. You mentioned Seattle, and that Seattle's the interesting one because I haven't traveled too much. I mean, I've been to Europe, been to Japan. Seattle was a more recent trip, but playing The Last of Us 2 and then watching the latest season of the show, that was like, because a big portion of the game was in the Seattle Convention Center. And that was the reason I went to Seattle in real life, IRL, for PAX West, which is a video game convention. I love basing my travels around a convention because generally the hotels and the surrounding bars and restaurants are going to be filled with people that have my same interests. So I went to PAX West in Seattle. And that was my experience with Seattle. It was awesome. Other than Seattle's got weird hours and you have to like plan around the fact that a restaurant is open from 4 to 7 and that's it. Fuck off, Seattle. Seriously, grow some fucking balls and just be open. But playing the game and watching the show, like it was like that's like I mean like playing The Last of Us season 2. It's like at some point it's like the instructions are follow the 5, and us in some like the 5 for those of you that were watching around the world. Big ups if you're still watching for the one dude that's in Singapore or whatever. The 5 freeway is down here. And so it's like to play the game and be like, follow the 5 north. It's like, fuck yeah, the 5 north. I know that one. Though the is a Southern California thing specifically. So everyone else in the world would be like 5 freeway north. 5, what do they say? I don't know. Interstate 5?
Yeah.
Fucking nerds. Yeah, I mean that it's really cool. So that's the reverse. But I could totally see, like, if I travel anywhere else that I know something was filmed or based upon, like, I would go see it.
You would think that I would go to more like film and show locations. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, I used to work in LA for like 7 years, and you kind of get underwhelmed. Like, not only meeting certain celebrities, well, I guess I can't say who, but meeting certain celebrities. You go, oh, they're just people. And then when you see certain houses, like I was at one time servicing the American Story, the first season American Horror Story Murder House, and I mean, don't get me wrong, that house is fucking creepy. It's one of the creepiest houses right next to the Winchester house. But in a nutshell, like, it's just a place. Like the movie theater I go to in La Puente Hills Mall, Back to the Future was filmed there. So you just go, oh yeah, that was a place. Yeah, I kind of recognize the backdrop. You know what I mean? And like, I'm in South Pasadena every other fucking week. Just last week they were doing filming on one particular street. I used to service fucking Biff's house, and I didn't know it. I was like, why are people taking photos of this house? I do a house right across the street from Pee Wee Herman's house. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all over the place, and because it's not dressed up, it doesn't. Some stuff just doesn't look like the place. I do a house 2 houses away from like the Michael Myers Halloween Hedge, the Hedge.
Oh, you posted
And the
that
house,
once.
yeah, and I know
I guess you're right.
I know
He did like
I do
a
remember that.
Instagram story like, anybody know what this is? Like fucking Halloween. I don't even know if I watched Halloween, but I knew the Hedge.
I'm 3
That's how.
I got a client 3 houses away from like Michael Myers' house, and I know somebody who has a friend who owns the Laurie Strode house. So it's like, it's a little it's still kind of cool, but then you go, okay, well then what do I do with that info? But something about like ghost stuff that I will now, bake into any future travels and stuff like that. Something about like the history of it. And I'm particularly not a history person, nor a history buff. I barely remember the details of my own fucking stories. But something about that where it lives on over decades and generations, of just something spooky that people happen to remember and tell in very fun ghost story-ish sort of ways is a blast, honestly. My nausea has subsided. Can you tell?
We need to do a
touched-
group trip to fucking New Orleans.
Oh,
That
please.
seems like a lot
Yes,
of fun.
please.
There's a lot of history there
Yes,
for,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
for that.
definitely. I saw when we went on our little graveyard tour, we saw where Nick Cage is going to be buried.
Oh, he's already got a
he-
plot.
forever?
Pre-planned
He
and
has his
everything?
plot already.
Oh,
Because,
in New Orleans.
Yeah, in New Orleans, because apparently he believes that he was cursed, and the only way to break the curse is he has to bury his body on the land. And I
Okay.
think,
Okay.
but I don't remember the whole like
I gotta get this curse.
Let's go.
Let's go.
the whole story behind it.
Yeah.
But what's her name?
Coppola.
Rachel McAdams.
No, the lady from American Horror Story.
Jessica Rabbit?
Oh
Emma
Jessica
Roberts.
Lady
something.
Gaga.
No, not that.
no.
Kim
Famous
Kardashian?
like witch doctor or like witch lady, but she's buried in one of those graveyards too.
Oh.
Something Duveau, or I don't
Oh, okay.
remember her name, but
Shelley Duvall?
unique history.
R.I.P.
I was gonna say Adam. Adam DeVoe. Is that a thing?
I'm listening.
No. Go
Okay.
ahead.
No, I was gonna say like it is an interesting thing. Us being from Southern California, which is very much Hollywood adjacent in Orange County, there probably for us a lot of filming locations is a little like, to your point, like
Yeah.
oh we've seen it. That's the thing. But I can imagine someone traveling from cross country, especially like middle country, to just be like, yeah, I want to be to the spot where they film this.
I still get a little giddy going to Uptown Whittier. I'm like, oh, that's the street where they filmed the Masters of the Universe
Yeah.
He-Man movie.
You think they'll like revisit that street, or what about the house, the Disturbia house, the Shia LaBeouf Disturbia house?
Where was that?
I think at the very end of Painter.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like, Jermaine and I are
know
very
that.
much familiar with the city of Orange in Orange County, in the city of Orange. There's downtown, which is the circle to us, and they filmed a lot of movies there, and it's kind of fun to just see what was there. I remember one night, like, picking up my friends back in the day, like, let's go out to eat, and we're like, grab my friends, everyone piles into one car, and we're like, there's a fucking lot of light coming from the circle. Let's go down there. Oh, they're filming a movie. It was Nickelodeon's Clock Stoppers.
What scene? The little clock stoppers.
We parked our car. We all rolled out and then we just stood there and watched them make it. Jonathan Frakes was the director, Commander fucking Riker, yeah. And like we just sat there and watched them make it. At one point, I think we freaked them out because for whatever reason we had all bought these like bucket hats. I know bucket hats are a big thing right now. Back then, no one fucking wore bucket hats.
Not so much.
Do you know?
We all wore bucket hats, and we were just standing there like on the set. Like security wasn't a thing. This was pre 9/11. Like security wasn't a thing. Like we pretty much could have walked up. I could have like cupped the fucking balls of Commander Riker. That's how close we were.
Do
You'd
you
be like, you have exactly 5 minutes to get your hands off my balls.
Pretty much. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Let him finish.
and do you know who
Make
was
it
in
so.
Clock Stoppers? Michael Biehn.
Was he? Cool.
We were talking about him in Predator.
I
the
know.
last
That was
episode.
was
that
that
was
the
a whole
main
other
guy?
episode ago, like weeks and weeks ago.
Oh, come on, guys.
Hey, okay. So,
Fine. French Stewart.
But I mean, I guess that's the thing. There is, I guess, maybe a privilege to like Southern California
Yeah.
travel, but travel in general, as a nerd, I think I already mentioned like comic book stores, board games, like, and certainly locations. Like, so I have some friends that just moved to the Pacific Northwest, to Washington / Oregon. They're right on the border. But like,
Shout out.
yeah, shout out to Moody's. Oh, I meant to bring in the card. Jen Moody just sent me a card that was just like great tits, and it was the birds like tits. Yeah, it was amazing. Anyway, like they moved up that way. The Goonies, right? That town, that whole town, everything like that, everything about that movie. Like I love the Goonies. I would love to go visit that area just to experience that town. Unfortunately, like the people that live in that house, I think have faced harassment.
Yeah.
Or like the original owners and now it's new owners or whatever. Like, yeah. Like, fuck off, people. Don't harass. Just like in New Mexico, the Breaking Bad house, right?
Yeah,
people
that
throw
lady
shit.
was
Yeah.
throw a pizza on the
Yeah,
roof
fuck off.
just for funsies.
Going back to the American Horror.
Funsies, no content.
That's right.
Yeah.
The American Horror Story house. I remember when I first started servicing it. This nice couple, like a British lady. They were like both in their 50s or whatever, and
I love old British. Yeah. Sorry.
like,
Another story. Off cam.
the property was like fenced off, and every 20-30 minutes somebody would be driving by and take a picture. Like this is, by the way, this was like 4 seasons after like that house had premiered, and it didn't pop up until like the 3rd or 4th season, but like in a little blip of a thing. So you know what I mean? Like it was still popular to that level where every 30 minutes people were taking photos, to the point where even the lady she was like, she's like,
don't
yeah,
mind me."
you could take a photo of the house if you want. I mean, everyone else is doing it. I'm like, no, I'll be polite. And then she wasn't looking and took video. But what the hell was my point? I forget.
Or.
All right, let's fucking wrap this up with a quick question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your next? What's next on your guys' list? Like, where do you want to go?
Travel.
What's your
wise.
next must see destination?
It's nothing nerdy. I mean, like, I want to go back to Japan. I thought I was done.
You fucking took Jermaine's answer.
Always Japan.
So I just got back from Havasupai, which
Which is in
So-
Arizona.
yeah, it's at the bottom of the Grand Canyon. It's a Indian reservation. It's amazing waterfalls. As far as like the nerd connection, any sort of like environmental or like nature based hike, I can't help but just like my mindset just goes to Lord of the Rings style like fellowship. Just like we're hiking through the nature to go beat the bad guys.
Need to go to New Zealand.
Oh fuck yeah! Like I'd love to go to New Zealand or even I mean like the original film set from like the first Star Wars, like Tatooine is still exists in like the Middle Eastern deserts,
Tunisia.
right? Yeah. Fuck yeah. Like let's go. That said, like I'd still love to there's a lot of cities in the United States I'd love to go travel to. I think probably next trip would probably be like a trip to Tennessee or something like that. Nothing nerdy about that. Just want to go be
There,
with my people.
I forget the state because this is a few years ago when I was really into firearms. But there is this one state that happens to have the biggest gun range. It's both a combination of like I think just all indoor, but it's like they have a long gun range and like a simulation gun range and fucking everything. Skeet in the first indoor skeet shooting. It's like the most state of the art high tech thing.
We should
that
guess what
seems
state
fun.
that is right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it. No, before you look it up, everyone, right now,
Well, I don't remember.
Arizona.
Alabama,
I don't know.
I was kind of thinking Arizona too, but
Arkansas. Arkansas.
My anthropologist nerd just loves that argument about why is it called Kansas and then Arkansas? Like, what is the difference? It's like so Kansas is the English pronunciation of the same Native American based culture, and then Arkansas is the French. Yeah. Anyway,
Arkansas. Jermaine. Well, Isaac's looking shit up.
it's always Japan. But
I can't find it.
I actually want to go to Thailand. One of my next big trips would probably have to be Thailand or maybe Canada. I've always wanted to do like a Canada, Seattle, and then come back home.
Oh,
trip,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Or Seattle, Canada, and then come back home. But of all the places, when this thing is finally finished,
This episode.
I know this day,
we're like an hour 20.
All right, relax.
this of all places, the Dragon Ball theme park is going to be built in Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
There's-
Of all places?
Middle East is
there's something
rolling up.
Money to fucking burn.
I'm thinking like if you're gonna be like not putting anything bad on Saudi Arabia, but I'm like, wouldn't it be somewhere in Japan like
Yeah.
have like a theme park out there?
Not if you have Saudi money.
It's a surprising, but like it's in Scotland or something. You guys want to take another guess? I think I found it.
What are we talking about?
The indoor shooting range.
Oh, the biggest gun pew pew
Wyoming.
action. It's
Richmond,
got to be like tennis. What did I?
Richmond, Virginia.
Oh,
Yeah, Virginia.
Fact
this
check.
this is
Me,
why Bernie
Virginia.
Sanders is not that anti-gun, despite how much left-leaning he is.
That I never would have guessed that in a million years.
That's why I couldn't remember
somewhere like deep south.
That's why I couldn't remember it. I was like, it's just something that didn't connect.
Off the wall.
Yeah.
You got any other?
Me?
Yeah.
No other places to visit? Honestly, no. I'm not really one to travel. I didn't grow up traveling. A vacation for us was, taking a drive to the beach or something like that. Like,
Well, we need to break you with this. We need to take you places.
really, seriously, honestly, I even told Alva, my wife, that a few years back, like she was kind of complaining that we don't really go anywhere. I go, I never say no. I'm very much a yes man, but I'll fund it, but do the planning. So like when you guys are talking about Japan and like Dave planning, I go, that sounds so awesome to me. I don't want to it's a vacation. I don't want to fucking.
But
think
room wise,
about-
like room wise, like he was the one that found the rooms. Like we have like our own
That's-
agenda.
But that's even though like the room, like lodging,
It's
the-
huge.
and like how like the days you're doing all that shit. That's a lot.
I don't
Once
even
you
like
take
to
that-
plan regular shit.
Yeah,
I always
once you
tell my
take that
wife,
away, then fucking like, oh, I can go here, and here since we're
Dude,
staying here. Like that's
even
easy.
like getting movie tickets, I don't want to fucking find the seats. I think someone's gonna, especially if it's more than just like I've taken a trip to Massachusetts and then drove up to New York, and like that was by myself. I was single at the time, visited friends, and like that was exciting. You know what I mean? Because they knew where to go, and I didn't have anyone to worry about. But then as soon as like you add another person. How are they when they travel? Like, we're gonna like start butting heads, clashing. Like me and Ella, we drive perfectly fine. We haven't flown together. We entertain ourselves if you listen to our podcast. But it's like then it's like, what if she doesn't want to do this? And food particulars, things like that. I'm like, oh dear fucking god. That it just it even just talking about it now. I'm like, just figure it out. Figure fucking out.
And that's
Stress now.
That's ultimately it. Like, if you're gonna travel, I'm talking to now you, our listeners / viewers. if you're gonna travel, like, be ready to split up. Be ready to do your own thing. You know, I mean, like,
like the way you guys
obviously,
did it.
obviously, spend some time together. Traveling is amazing. Do it while you can. Do it while you're young. Don't wait.
Yeah, doing it with bad knees fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Bad knees, bad feet. My feet hurt a lot during that trip. It's cool, you know, like, find your thing, the thing that you want, and just do it. Even as a nerd, like, so if you're watching us because you're an avid nerd and you're super cool and you're like, yeah, this is the best source of nerd news, the Hype Attack podcast on YouTube or the Hype Attack on any of the other socials. And you're like,
Now I
yeah,
know you're drunk.
I want to chat. No, I'm with it. I'm not drunk. I am, but
I want that clip. No, I'm not drunk. I can't even do it.
I would say like literally find your thing, go travel to it, do your thing. Like if you have a significant other, ignore her or ignore him. Like, find it, do your thing, witness it, experience it, whether it be a filming location like we experience a lot here in Southern California, or just like Japan is like, if you're into anime, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Like six-story tall advertisements for an anime is on the side of a building, and you can be in the classiest part of Tokyo, where like it's like Louis Vuitton store, Gucci store, 6-story tall anime character. Like, it's everywhere. It's amazing. And just get out of your bubble, experience the world.
So to close it on out, I do ask the viewers / listeners to let us know what places are on your fantasy or where you would want to go visit. What places do you like to regularly visit that maybe is kind of like outside of that regular realm that, you know, it's not like a touristy thing?
Yeah.
Down in the comments and DMs and stuff like that, as Doug says.
Yeah, keep the conversation going. Let us know. Throw it in the comments. Throw it in the DMs.
Throw it on the rhombus.
Yeah. Throw it in the rhombus.
Throw it on the
please.
plumbus.
Sorry,
Yeah, no, I
I
get
didn't
it.
mean to derail that. I just
No,
couldn't-
no, I get it.
I
I get
couldn't
it.
fucking help it. I'm sorry.
They
Honestly,
can do that.
like,
Hold on,
yeah.
write
I'm gonna play myself
a
off.
physical letter and like message me. I'll give you our address
mine?
and I will read it out loud.
Well, thank you guys for listening.
Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil.
That was not.
This is my outro
Oh.
for HST. Thank you guys for listening. Again, you can go out. I liked it. Damn
No,
it.
stop it.
Falls into regular stuff. Visit us on and communicate with us on Instagram and TikTok at The Hype Attack. Both of those places. And now we have a new webpage, thehypeattack.com. Thank you, Doug, for that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Check you guys out next week. Same hype time.
Same hype channel.
Hype Attack.
Which one of us will be sick then?